So this shop is called Close to Home. It's actually, it was started by a couple in the 80s. They actually have 3 locations now. All of them are family owned. When I first walked in, they have a number of machines that they sell, and I was afraid that that's all I saw, and I thought, oh no, they don't have fabric. I just hadn't walked in far enough. They have plenty of fabric. We got to chat with one of the owners. It was so nice talking about people and how there's so many good people left in the world, and that people do things that are kind for each other and helpful for each other. It was a very uplifting visit. He actually pulled one of his employees out, his media guy, and he and Keith spent some time talking together about cameras and different things as far as video is concerned. That was kind of fun. A little bit different. But it was a lovely shop, and we had a great time there. So Jersey was actually a pleasant surprise. We were doing sightseeing on a Sunday, which we don't normally do. Normally Sunday is a day of rest for us. But one of the places that we wanted to go was only open on the weekend. So we decided we were going to sightsee on Sunday, and I was going to try to get my quilt shop, but most quilt shops are closed on Sundays, and many of them on Mondays as well. So I was pleasantly surprised to find one in New Jersey, not too far from where we were going to be going anyway, and it was open on Sunday. I believe So Jersey also has 2 locations. It is owned by a 4th generation quilter, and they have every single color of the Moda Bella solids. One of the things we had done earlier in the day was actually to see the Statue of Liberty. And so we ended up choosing a patriotic fabric because it had the Statue of Liberty on it. Something I never thought I would ever see in person. And then on to Delaware. And the shop was so wet. We were there in October, 2 days before this store celebrated their 3rd anniversary. We got to chat with the store owner, and she was telling us how and when and why she started her business. It's always fun to hear the stories behind what got people started. And she sure seems to be doing well for herself. we definitely wish her the best going forward. This store sells a number of embroidery machines, among other things. And while we have seen many stores that have lots of threads, I think this store definitely took the cake. There were more thread at this shop than any that we've seen to this point. It just keeps going. You can see a little bit of it there. Besides machines, they have classes for everything from embroidery to clothing, construction, and other crafts. Then I finally got a chance to do some sewing. Before we left home, I had asked my family to draw some pictures for me so I could do some applique blocks of their artwork, things that would represent our trip to them. The one with the lighthouse is one that my husband Keith drew. That was a crab that one of my grandsons drew. There's also a little truck and trailer. They will make an appearance in applique blocks in the future. And that's the first 4 of the pieced blocks that I got finished. I believe in those 4 blocks I have fabrics from 13 different quilt shops in 10 different states. When we left, I thought I would have more time to sew on a regular basis, and it hasn't really played out like I expected. So when I do get a chance to sew, it's very enjoyable. I'd had this block cut out with the other 4, and I had gotten part of it together. So now I finally had a chance to finish it. Had to lay it out, make sure that I knew what I was doing, because it had been a while since I'd worked on it. The featherweight that I own actually used to belong to a friend of mine that I'd met at a quilt group from church years and years ago. I was hoping to visit her on this trip, but she passed away last Thanksgiving. Every time I sew on my machine, I think of Phyllis. It's so nice to have a sweet little machine that sews well, and it's also so light and portable so that we can bring it along with us. And there's number 5 of the pieced blocks.